Andy, it's a big day. We often talk about a lot of things, given your different hats. I want your hat on from judiciary today. It's a big day for justice. You had a good lesson in civil disobedience for the past 2 days and a good vindication of individual rights and self-government today out of Texas, didn't you?
Yeah, you sure did. I mean, Kelly Luther, salon owner, tried to get federal assistance, got none. She's got kids. Her staff has kids, and she said, "You know what? I'm not going to follow this order that says I'm non-essential. We got to put bread on the table. We've got to pay for the roof over our heads." And you know what? She got arrested for that, and she was put in jail for disobedience to an order. They basically were holding her in contempt, put her in jail for 7 days. Don't forget, at the same time, in the same exact area, that jurisdiction, they had let out the week or so before over 1,000 criminals into the community.
Yep.
So you're letting those folks out, but somebody who's trying to work hard, she's got licenses, she's certified, she's credentialed. She's actually hired a security person to help enforce some CDC guidelines, and they arrest her and put her in jail. How can that happen in a free America? In a free America, it doesn't happen. But fortunately, there was some recognition of that. The Texas State Supreme Court released her today.
I think she should be Woman of the Year. I think the sentence of the year is, if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision. But I'm not going to shut the salon. That's civil disobedience in its truest sense. She was not fighting. She didn't say to the judge, "I won't go to jail." She said, "I'll go to jail if you think that's what the right thing is to do." And today she was sprung, and God bless her, and good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Well,
she
just
taught
so
us all something. Go ahead.
So you know, Seth, and making this, nobody else knows this publicly, but I have drafted a resolution today in her favor, in her honor, but also recognizing all of the civil rights that have been abused during this coronavirus outbreak, and pointing them out and urging and asking, begging the Department of Justice to do their job, to cure these civil rights violations pursuant to the 14th Amendment. So
God bless you.
That'll be filed tomorrow.
Good, Andy. Gosh, this wonderful. You always surprise, and always in a good way. I only have you for a short time, but let's move up the ladder of justice while I have you here. Let's now talk about the Department of Justice, because they made, finally, at long last, a right decision in Washington, D.C. today, too, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. They withdrew the prosecution of Michael Flynn, and all the information that's come out is basically ratifying what President Trump said, and also what those of us who had seen many of the FBI reports. What we said all along is that there was no basis for that prosecution, nor for really the entire Russian investigation. So there's this whole rash of information that's coming out now, Seth, that should have come out a long time ago, which says everything from Michael Flynn's prosecution was a sham. Quite frankly, Papadopoulos was a sham. Manafort's was a sham. And all of this is coming out. The FISA abuses, the Intelligence Committee Inspector General that said, look, there's 42 cases. I did a sample of them. Every one of them the FBI abused. They didn't have a Woods file, which the Woods file explains everything from exculpatory information to other components that are key to the FISA affidavit for an application for warrant. All of those things were false or in error. There wasn't one that was correct and up to date. So
you've been vindicated too, because this is what. Yes, you've been talking about this too. It was a vindication of you too, Andy. Have your guys or gals, have your team send me your resolution tomorrow. I'll read it on air. I'm so proud of you for doing it.
Thanks, my friend.
All right, brother. Next time we're going to have you back. You got to help solve a debate I'm having with my audience on Neil Diamond and Blood, Sweat, and Tears and James Taylor. I'm going to need you on that. I don't know what committee you sit on that covers it. Maybe it's the Freedom Caucus, but we'll have you back on that too soon, Andy. God bless you. Really, we love you, buddy.
Hey, thanks,
all righty, Andy. Talk to you soon.